Sheena, what do you have? Do you have any endorsements?
No, I don't. I don't have any endorsements aside from, Wings of Strength. As an ambassador, they essentially, sponsor me through the year and for my shows, which has really been a great help. And it's crazy that, a company out there isn't willing to take a leap of faith with more female bodybuilders, physique girls, figure girls, just the women that have more muscle and, have that shape. Because the average person, it's crazy because the average person, if I'm walking down the street, believe it or not, I get so many looks by women in such a positive light. I can't tell you how many times a woman has come up to me like, oh my God, your muscles. Oh my God, your legs. Oh my God. And women are actually more, they're more guilty of like just coming up and touching me.
Can I interject
like
1 second? Can I interject 1 second?
Yeah.
Just 1 second, because I know this is generally speaking women's behavior. I'd love to see what she says behind closed doors.
True. True. Oh, I'm sure it's mixed. But I think in that moment, they go with like, oh my God, like,
yes,
she looks amazing, like, or oh my God, the muscles, or it's attractive. I think that primal instinct of, oh my God, that's attractive. Behind closed doors, maybe she's like, oh my God, I ran into this woman, she had so many muscles. I feel like more than not, that's the front, because you're sharing that story maybe with somebody and they're like, oh my God, can you believe I ran into, she had so many muscles, she looked like this, or she looked like that, or I thought she was this, or I thought she was that. And while there might be a slight bit of truth to that, I think that that's also that social conditioning. Whereas, when they're face to face with you, like, why take the time to like come up to me and, interact with me versus like just like keeping to yourself and walking by, even to give me a screwed up face look. I don't care, like whatever. But like, there's so many women, young people coming up, amateurs coming up that actually do really appreciate women's bodybuilding and just bodybuilding in general, that I think that like Rheta was getting at, companies are losing out, or they'd be crazy to miss out on the opportunity to jump on this train before it really takes off. Because I think that we're a small niche sort of market or a niche pocket, but think of how many people. If you look at all of my followers and all of Donna's followers, all of Rita's followers, all the people that follow you, like that's still a whole lot of people. And all the people that, all the women, we're talking about the females that follow all these competitors, it's because they have some sort of interest. And if we say, oh, we're promoting this BCAA, or we're promoting this L-carnitine, or we're promoting this pre-workout, why wouldn't you jump in that market? It might be small right now, but that gives you every opportunity to develop. And I'm talking from a business background,
absolutely.
Duh, right?
I'm surprised a woman, like a woman who's had a longer accomplished career hasn't started something like that yet.
Well, they do have the Femme Friday, Femme Flex or something like that.
Femme Flex Friday.
Femme Flex, and that is, oh God, Vicky Gates. Am I
Sometimes
right?
she's on there.
Oh no, I'm
it's Alina and Linda Murray.
Linda Murray. I'm sorry, I was confusing her with Linda Murray. Right.
Yeah.
So but yeah, no, Rheta, you would think that there'd be more, but yeah, I mean, to Linda Murray's credit, she does do that, but you would think that there would be more. The reason why I asked you, Sheena, if there was if you had any endorsements is I knew you didn't, and you won this year's Chicago Pro, and you're a top 12 finisher in the Olympia. That's why I asked you that question, because to me, I would think they would want to give you an endorsement.
I would hope so. Anybody out there watching,
but
he'll link my email somewhere in the
absolutely. And that's what I was trying to get at. That is that it's so bad for the women's bodybuilding that even
compared to like an amateur guy
tier,
walking through the gym. And all of a sudden he has a discount code, or he's an ambassador, or he's endorsed. You have like a guy who's never competed in a show, but he started, road to my first competition. And all of a sudden he's endorsed by,
and that's the what it is. We go back to the business aspect of it. That's the only thing that I can actually wrap my head around, is that it's all about business, because at the end of the day, who's going to bring them the most money? It's the people who look more average, that their look is more obtainable to the normal person walking on the street and things like that. But what's normal anymore?
Sure.
But you have a point, Donna. The younger generation, and when I'm in the gym, and I go to several different gyms in New Jersey, the younger generation, guys in their 20s, they have no idea who the top 5 guys are in the Olympia, but they know who what the hell is, I don't even know his name. Blumfeld, what's his name?
Bumstead.
They all know. Yeah, they all know Bumstead, and I think that's. I think that's because, like you said, it seems to be more attainable, which it is not. But to them, that's more attainable than Big Ramy, right?
Right.
You know. What else, Sheen? Did we lost you? There you are.
Yeah, but I had to plug in. It looks like my battery went a little low.
So does any of the 3 of you have, well, I know Sheena doesn't, but does Rheta or Donna, do you have any endorsements, anything at all?
With Wings of Strength, I know I did I did appearances and stuff like that.
Okay. Aside from Wings of Strength.
I work with Gaspari.
Oh, okay.
And
right.
I do some commission stuff with them. But I mean, that's all based on what I'm able to promote and what my followers will, so that's based on me. So it's not necessarily,
it's not a paid contract.
It's not buying my steaks. No, but I have the capability I have made money though. I mean, it just depends on my commission. So.
Oh, okay. What about you, Rheta?
I do not know.
Yeah.
And I have I have like some friends that will help me out with things every once in a while. And I say friends, like, a network of people that are impressed with what I do, but they don't want to take that step of actually sponsoring me for anything. And I've kind of reached out a lot, even to like people that would be on the edgier side. So like 5%, live large. And it's just not happening. No,
still not. Yeah.
Well, the companies, a lot of the companies, I hate to interrupt, but a lot of the companies have gotten so good at having all of these ambassadors with codes that they don't need the endorsements anymore. They don't need to pay people. And then you've got the internet and stuff now. So all of the sponsorships and stuff that used to be, they're not there anymore. And if you've got all of these people who are willing to put their code out there for your product, it's smart marketing. So again, it's a business thing. So if you got Brandon over here that can sell to 20,000 people, or you've got Joe over here who can only sell to 1,000, you're going to go with Brandon.
Right. The amount of money that I heard, this is just a rumor, I don't know for sure. The amount of money that I heard that Kai Green signed for what Red Cow won is obscene, and he hasn't competed since what, 16?
Yeah, but he is a legend, and do you know how many followers he has?
I can only imagine.
That's big.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. And I think the only woman bodybuilder that I interviewed that had endorsements, like I think was Teresa Ivansick. I think she was the only one that had an actual contract. If I'm accurate, I'm pretty sure.
I can believe that.
Yeah, I think that was.
But again, it falls in line with that whole marketable thing. Young, blonde hair, blue eyes. Super, feminine look. The quote unquote, ideal, femininity within the muscles. Like, unfortunately, I feel like, we're going to have to get over a whole lot of other barriers before we can really knock down the ones that are, keeping us from getting those endorsements, just like, the taboo, the old mindsets and stuff like that. But, when it comes down to it, like the girls were saying, it really is business. It is marketing. It is, who has the biggest reach, who's going to be able to put their code out there and say, hey guys, this is the pre-workout that I use. And then all of a sudden the company is getting, 500 orders because their followers saw it on their Instagram or on their YouTube. And that's really what's pushing out. And even the bigger guys have said this. Like, I think Sergio Oliva Jr. was talking about this on another podcast, and he made mention of it. Like, It's not like the old days where, you know, bodybuilders, you only saw bodybuilders at the shows or in the magazines when they came out, right? We're so accessible because everything is, you know, that immediate access, you know, Instagram and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So people don't have to wait to see these guys. And then, so that sense of urgency, and then, you know, that, you know, being very, very hard to get to is no longer there. So, you know, the kids can go onto the Instagram and see what they're drinking, see what their pre-workout is, see what their whey protein is. And so, like, the companies don't necessarily have to, you know, hold out and get these big names, because you have now 1,000 young kids who are building a name for themselves and getting followers who can bring in just as much, if not more, than the big names and the professionals.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, my next question is, I know that Jake Wood is doing all he can with Wings of Strength, but what can we do to promote women's bodybuilding and see if we can break these barriers? What do you think, Rheta?
Well, I know I was going to say, too, along with what she was talking about with that internet reach thing, I know that's one of the reasons why I think it is so important to be honest about everything, not just, you know, supplements and stuff, but everything, you know, what you look like off season, what you look like on season, what pre-workouts you're taking, what, you know, you do to take care of yourself. All of it's important because you have that reach. And I know that right now I use it too, because, you know, to be honest, I would rather not have a single sponsor than to do anything just because it's going to get me a sponsor. And so, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm maybe a little bit of a different breed, but I just spend my time instead, you know, pushing out there that this is what I want to look like. Do what you want to do. You know, if you want to look like this, then you do what you want to look like, you know. There's a lot of things that I do to myself with the tattoos, for example, that aren't necessarily
oh yeah, show us the new one you got.
Supposed to do, you know, but
show us the new one you got. You just got a new one,
some new ink
on your neck.
On our neck and our hand.
Holy crap,
that's
insane.
crazy.
Wait, keep it there. I'm gonna make you larger. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you had one on your hand too?
It hides well with the tan, though. But anyway, you know, I just think that it's important for to break the barriers. I think that, you know, you've got to kind of like set some new boundaries. So if marketing people are waiting for you to, or for someone to like look a certain way that they think is marketable, you have two options. You either make yourself look like that, or, you know, you take a stand. And I just personally, and, you know, I'm very much that the things that I want out of life aren't going to happen overnight, and there may not even happen in my lifetime. But I think it's important to do what you can to keep pushing the things that you believe in now, so that you maybe set a base for other people to be able to get there in the future, even if you don't see it in your, you know, your time. So I think that it's just important for us to, you know, just keep standing our ground and saying, this is what I want to look like, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to keep competing, and I'm not, you know, changing any of that just to suit your needs. And the companies are going to have to start changing, you know, what those boundaries that they set for what, you know, is marketable in the first place.
What do you think, Donna?
I don't think we should be having to set our boundaries to fit their standards. No. You know, I'm not going to look like Rheta. I'm not going to look like anybody else. I'm going to look like myself, you know, and that's where I'm most comfortable, you know. So us putting things out there and people actually being able to humanize with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is true. Life is what's going to sell, because anybody can use filters and do this. Anybody can do this. And if you are just yourself, you know, people relate to that. They're going to come at it.
Absolutely.
You know, and they're going to appreciate the honesty and you just saying, hey, like this was my hair before we came on because I was working all day. And this is me when I put my hair down. I mean, It's a mess, but this is me. I don't care. I'm here amongst friends, you know? So just not setting boundaries to where I have to fit in somebody's box is a big thing for me. And for people to know that that's okay, that's going to open some eyes. Oh, well, she doesn't do the normal standard thing, then I don't have to. Exactly. So it'll open eyes, it'll have people humanized with what's going on, and people realizing that we're normal people. That's going to draw people too. So, you know, doing your own thing and then showing the world, I think that's the best thing. And if I get a sponsor, great. Love me for who I am. I would much rather people love me for who I really am than anything, you know? So.
Well, I have a suggestion, and Sheena, let me know your opinion. There's only, for what I know, only one female bodybuilding podcast, and that is, what is it? Flex Friday. Why don't the three of you start your own podcast, YouTube channel? It's not expensive to start, and you could have like a female version of the Fouad Abiad kind of thing. The only thing I suggest is you really bring in somebody that's a little crazy, like Nick Walker. He's the nut over there, and Guy Sistine. You got to bring in like a girl that's just as wacky, so people want to watch and laugh. But other than that, I think that would be fantastic.
Well, Fit Rockstar has hers.
What happened?
Fit Rockstar. Isabel
Terrell.
Terrell.
She has one. She has one.
Her podcast.
But that's also sort of like in the mix with FemFlex. I don't want to say it's in the mix with it. It's definitely a separate show, but it's all from like Wings of Strength, which, you know, obviously they're promoting more of that. But you made a good point, John, and it's funny because that was one of my points to the question, and it piggybacks off of what Donna was saying, and also what Rheta was saying, in that, you know, you be yourself or you set new standards. I think, to Donna's point, be yourself, right? But we as competitors have to put ourselves out there more, which we don't. We don't have a whole lot of YouTube channels, podcasts. We don't have our own thing. And not that we don't want to do it, but it's difficult to break through again. It's difficult to break through such a male-dominated, you know, and saturated market. But there are a few people out there doing it. Flex Friday, Fit Rockstar. Even I actually found a more like general population, like she's more not I would say mainstream, but she's more like a general like public person. I don't even know if she's a competitor. I think she's like a regular person that just follows the sport, and it's like turquoise toffee or turquoise toffee coffee, and she does previews of all the women's divisions. She does wrap ups, and she does like, you know, recaps. And it was so refreshing to see somebody who wasn't necessarily, you know, trying to be like anybody else, but also was like, it was like for us, by us, you know? So we have to put ourselves out there, number one, put more content out. I have a YouTube channel. I'm not the greatest with updating it, with putting real current stuff, just because it's so difficult to film it and then edit it and then post, and then it's like it's a whole production.
Well, I would be able to help with that if you guys really wanted to do that, because I have two people that edit my stuff and put it up, and they pay very little money. But because the reason why I said that is my wife knows nothing about bodybuilding. She knows I like it. That's all she knows. Okay. But when she sees that Fouad Abiad has, what is it? Bro chat.
Yeah. She's got like parade.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of them. Yeah. When she sees that he has bro chat, and especially if Nick Walker is on and Guy, if they're on together, my wife is like, "There's a new one on. We got to watch it," because they are hilarious. And she has no clue. She just knows that they're bodybuilders, but they are rolling. So the reason why I said that is because if you bring in a group of girls like that, I think it would bring a broader audience, because I get sucked into my wife's shows. Like when she's watching The Housewives or something like that, and these crazy girls are going, I get sucked in. I'm like, who's that one? 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 And I certainly would watch. You know, I think it's a pretty good idea. And then, you know, you never know. I mean, agree. You know, but it's, you know, it's up to you guys.
Do like a round table. We ought to do like a round table. Each week have like 4 or 5 different competitors on and just shoot the shit. I mean, stuffings.
Don't worry about
it. That's right, stuffing.
Okay. You could curse. It's no big deal. Yeah, because Fouad does the same thing that I do with the Zoom. He doesn't have a studio or anything like that. He does it in his house, and everybody else does exactly what we do. That would be pretty good, you know. And if you build a good following, you know, like Rheta said, the endorsements will come. They'll have no choice. But just an idea, throw it out there, you know, to help. But All right. I am going to let you guys go. This has been, it's actually always a pleasure, especially when people come back, because I know that at least my podcast is doing well. I have not had one person go, nah, I'm not coming back. But I'm gonna let you guys go.
No, it's always a good time. I appreciate it.
Oh, anytime. And it was great. And I mean, I know my podcast is small, but it is growing. It's last year at this time I had about 150 subscribers, and now I have I'm coming close to 2,000. So
that's awesome.
So it's growing, and as Rheta knows, and Donna, when I concentrate on the bodybuilding, powerlifting, or arm wrestling, I don't, and that was intentional. I don't leave the ladies out. Mm-hmm. I make sure that I include them wholeheartedly, and that's why we're all talking right now. So hopefully, mine will grow, and that goes with arm wrestling. I know Rheta knows Michelle Dugan, who's a champion arm wrestler, and obviously Rheta opened the door for me for powerlifting, and have tremendous powerlifters on, so on and so forth. So I try to incorporate, because if I'm a fan of those power sports, then I think that everybody should be included, not just the guys, So that's just my point of view, and that's why I do what I do, because I'm a fan of the sport, whether it's guy or girl. I really don't care, right? But anyway, all right, I'm going to let you guys go. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I remember Blood Iron Barbell in Syracuse, New York. It's like one of the best gyms in upstate New York, Syracuse, New York. And Sheen, you want to throw us a plug? I'll let everybody throw a plug out, and then I'll make sure I'll put it in the descriptions area.
Absolutely. Thanks for bringing that up. Actually, I'm wearing one of my own original designs. So Rare One Apparel, Rep After Rep is my new company, and it's the apparel company I'm starting. I haven't published my Instagram page yet. I'm building it right now. The website is being built, but we're looking to do a drop. We'll do like a pre-sale drop, hopefully like Black Friday. But I got tired of spending all my money on other people's clothes. So I'm like, start my own brands, start my own design. I've gotten a lot of great feedback. So, if you're interested, definitely, find me on Instagram, and I will be dropping the details very soon.
What's your Instagram name?
Sheena O_IFBB Pro.
Okay. Well, when you launch the site and the Instagram and everything, then, just message me and we'll have you back.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That'd be great.
What about you, Donna?
I'm pretty basic. Facebook is Donna Salib, IFBB Pro. And then Instagram is Lil Bear Lifts, LILBEARLIFTS for the Instagram. And I have YouTube. It's Donna Salib, IFBB Pro. I've just recently started adding more content to that. That's going to change. I've got a couple of people that are supposed to start helping me with vids and all that stuff. So pray that it comes together, because I am not good at this social media stuff very well. I mean, I forget to it's a lot. Video stuff all the time.
Well, Donna, if you need help, let me know, because again, I have 2 people that edit and do my YouTube stuff for me, because I don't know how to do it, and I just pay them, and they're very affordable. So if you really want, I could, just let you know, and they're really good. And Rheta, go ahead.
I would say you can get to everything from my Instagram. It's boss.bitch.x. And there's links to the Blood Iron Barbell, and I'm always copying or sharing out the stuff from Blood Iron. I also do some clothes, some t-shirts and tank tops and sweats and stuff, and you can get to my YouTube from there. I'm always sharing my YouTube stuff, my ramblings. So that's a good go-to central place to go to.
Well, I'm going to make sure that all 3 of your Instagrams are in the description area, so everybody can get to you easily. And that's about it. It was fantastic, and I'm just going to wish everybody a good night.
It was great chatting with you ladies too.
It's great to see you.
So good. Yeah, 100%.
And remember, serious and silliness, like and subscribe.
Always.